Hey guys, 7 WWE Rocks here, and today WWE hit us with some big news where from here on out, or starting in April, May, I'll get into it, but from here on out, WWE, their pay-per-views, their special events will be dual branded. So it will be Raw and SmackDown superstars competing on one show. It will no longer be 2 pay-per-views a month. It will only be one. And it's pretty much starting in April. They say May because Backlash is the first one in May. But pretty much April because April's, of course, WrestleMania. Therefore, all Raw and SmackDown superstars will compete under that event. And I have the list. I'll read it off a little later in the video. But I'm not surprised just because with everything today, whether it be wrestling, doesn't even have to be wrestling, movies, TV, politics, it doesn't matter, anything. There's just always so much negativity over the smallest things, the smallest changes. So I'm not really surprised, but I still kind of am that how many people are truly, like, really pissed off about this announcement. Like, I was really, really just shocked to see how many people were mad about it. Just because before all this, all I heard was, we're oversaturated with pay-per-views, it's too much wrestling, WWE, you need to cool down, calm down. Everyone was making that joke about when Vince said XFL would only be like 2.5 hours to 3 hours or something, because no one wants to sit down and watch a 5-hour game, and people are like, oh, that's like every single pay-per-view you ever do now. That was like the funny thing and cool thing to say. Now all of a sudden they make a change to it, and people are like, oh, well, now all these mid-carders are going to be left off the show. It's not going to give opportunities for every superstar. We're not going to see, like, special moments for everybody on their individual pay-per-view. Everyone's pissed off about it, and I just didn't understand it. Me, personally, I liked the idea. I honestly thought it was way too much wrestling. Maybe I'm just a bad wrestling fan or a bad WWE fan, but I just thought it was way too much, and it was just so, like, all these 3+ hours, 4+ hours, and just pay-per-view matches that weren't, like, they were meaningless. That could have been on just SmackDown or Raw. And I feel like people are going to be upset with me saying this, but first off, I totally understand the whole mid-cards thing. People want to see guys like Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, like the Usos, Ty Dillinger, The New Day, Kalisto, all these people have matches on pay-per-views, and they're not going to get as many opportunities because it's only going to be one pay-per-view. But honestly, I feel like if they do 2 pay-per-views and each brand gets their individual one, they're just making these meaningless matches that no one really cares about just so the people can be on the card. Like, I don't really want that. I want somebody to freaking earn their shot to be like, okay, you're on the pay-per-view for a reason. I want, them to be put in big matches. And now, if it's one pay-per-view, they can do more meaningful matches, like the big matches, because they have SmackDown and Raw are only going to get a certain amount because, obviously, each pay-per-view is going to have, let's say, 8 matches. It should be equal, 4 SmackDown, 4 Raw, so it makes those matches much more important. And I just think one pay-per-view a month is really good. I honestly don't like two a month. I'll run down the list real quick. It's from here on out, it's WrestleMania 34, of course, April. Backlash is in May. Money in the Bank. I remember hearing way back that this was going to be a dual brand show anyway, and that makes sense. I think Raw and SmackDown should both have Money in the Bank winners. I didn't like that it was just was it just a SmackDown thing last time? I think. And then Extreme Rules will be in July, SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, TLC, Survivor Series, and Clash of Champions ending in December. So I think all the pay-per-views they picked were good. I'm happy about this. I really am. I like the idea that they're just doing one. I think it makes it much more important for people to actually be on the pay-per-view instead of just being handed random opportunities. Like Ziggler and Baron Corbin, it feels like those two, WWE was just like, hey, we need to put them on the pay-per-view. Let's just add them to the triple threat Styles, Owens, and Zayn. I don't understand why either of them would be in that opportunity, especially Ziggler. The man won a title, gave it up, and he just randomly gets another opportunity. I don't know. That's more booking-wise than thing. But I like this idea. I want to hear what you think in the comment section down below, so please let me know your thoughts. I'm really happy with it, honestly. I just think it makes pay-per-view matches more important. I'm sure we can see most of them on SmackDown or Raw anyway, but I feel like this makes them invest more storylines into these matches that are on the pay-per-view. A lot of people are saying they're really mad that they're saying basically the brand split is meaningless now. I mean, it's not like Raw and SmackDown superstars are going to fight on the pay-per-view against each other. They're still going to be SmackDown versus SmackDown and Raw versus Raw. So a lot of people are saying the brand split's just meaningless now, and I don't see that. But then I agree with people saying with WWE, they get a new idea, like the brand split, like 205 Live, like the UK tournament. And when it's happening, live the first few weeks, WWE puts everything into it. But then after a few months, weeks, whatever, it fizzles out. So the brand split, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, um, I'm still happy that it's just SmackDown and Raw superstars and they're not facing each other. So I don't get why people are all so mad about it. I don't know. I don't get why people get mad over these kind of things. But let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. And just thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.